Today's broadcast was brought to you by Vistaprint. Create powerful promotions that are easy to design and hard to miss. With Vistaprint, it's easy to customize your business cards, marketing material, corporate gifts, calendars, stationery, and more with confidence, or get real-time design help. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint to get $20 off any order of $40 or more. If you have a message to get out, you want it to be affordable, but you want it to look professional. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint for $20 off today. This is radioonfire.com. Yours truly, Diamond K, in here alongside my father. How you doing, Dad?
In the house.
All right.
In the house.
How you doing, by the way?
Good.
You fired up?
And ready to go.
Ready to go. Good.
Fired up and ready to go. You know, this is election time. You know?
Absolutely.
So I feel fired up.
Absolutely. The president
of the United States.
I've concluded now that he likes to lie to try to distract people, to get to just talking about his lie and not to focus on something else.
Right.
Complete distraction.
It's like a guy playing with those cards. You're looking at his hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Wait, see, he's from the streets. He's a confidence man. Back when I was growing up, we called him confidence men, or short for con men. And so you know how it is when you see some of these programs when men or women they met somebody overseas and the family said, you done sent him $30,000. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is a scam.
Yeah.
Their hearts are in it. They don't believe it. And that's what has voters. They don't. He's a con man, so he's a confidence man. So he's yeah. They lie.
Yeah, it is.
So you know.
I'm not going to say who, but I found out the other day that one of my good friends is a Trump supporter. Surprised me. And we were talking about it. He more so liked his personality, I guess.
Yeah.
It's because I said it can't be what he's doing because that's not benefiting you. You know what I mean? And he's one of those, if everybody says right, I should go left type.
Right.
So he's strictly said because everybody's saying he's bad, he must be good.
Right.
And
that sounds like a fool, but okay.
Wow.
Okay.
It's foolish.
Right.
It was foolish, definitely.
Well, you know, I found out one of the stores that I patronize. I'm not gonna say what kind of store, but they are all in for the governor because the governor came and walked through the neighborhood. You know, it shows you how deprived we are of attention.
Yeah.
I mean, they said he walked through, he shook our hands, and he came through. He just spoke to us, and that was
that's all he needed.
That's all he needed.
Hey, got my vote. You said, hey.
How are you, young man? Fine. What are you gonna vote for? I'm gonna vote for you. I like you. Good boy. Next.
And that's probably how it was.
Hey, you know, so yeah, we deprived.
Yeah. Speaking of deprived, Mayor Pugh,
my mayor. That's my mayor.
hopes to raise $2 million to get the squeegee kids jobs.
Go squeegee. Go.
How for people that are not in the inner city, how would you describe the squeegee kids?
Well, these are young boys, mainly from the age of 14 to about 17, running up and down the street trying to wash your windows and hustling and trying to get a dollar. They asked me for $5. I gave one guy $1. He asked me for $5. I knew him from years ago. He said, well, give me $5. But yeah, so you know, they need like their parents. They need jobs, and so they're trying to hustle. So I'm kind of in favor of what the mayor wants to do, because what I think it is, and I haven't read it in depth, but what I think it is that they want to do something, because these kids they're not educated. You know, they didn't graduate from high school, let alone college.
Right.
And so the key is to get them back in school, and so get them learning and so the mayor sees that they have some kind of hustle about them. They got some drive, and so they're in essence they want to try to pay these kids to go to school, and I don't have a problem with that because listen, if they had paid me to go to school, I would have been a straight A student. You know, teacher getting paid every in school. I looked around, I said everybody's making money but me. Okay, the principal, the janitor, you know, the lights, the lunch people, everybody was making money but us, you know, and that would have motivated me. And I had been in the school systems years ago, and I was working, doing different things in the school system, and going into the classrooms to speak with the teachers. I told some of the kids if they were quiet, and I'm not the teacher, but I said if you're quiet, I got a surprise for you. And I used to give all of them $1 bill. You know, I may pay out $30. And when I came back to that school, everybody knew my name, Mr. Williams. How you doing, Mr. Williams? You know that. And I used to get teachers money, you know, in school because what I was doing in school. You know, $5, $10.
Well, why wouldn't you pay my teachers?
But money motivates people.
Yeah.
So I think that it could be a good thing.
Yes, money motivates people. That is true, and this is a hotly contested issue. Mm-hmm. The squeegee thing I'm talking about, because everybody doesn't have the same outlook on it that you do. Yeah. I think on the surface people want, okay, I get it, kids, and I think generally they have a good feeling about it, but the implementation, the customer service that these kids are offering is not good.
Yeah, because they don't know any better.
Right.
Their father didn't teach them anything.
Right.
Their uncle, I mean, they doing the best they can.
Right.
Because
right.
And if they had good customer service, they could be making some money.
Absolutely.
How are you this morning? Then,
absolutely.
Sir? They got how to talk to people.
Absolutely. That's 100% right. And so the Mayor Catherine Pugh, wrote an op-ed and put it in the Baltimore Sun this week, and she expressed her goals to solve this decades-old problem.
You go, girl.
And she also talked about it last night at City Hall, and she said that she'd like to raise nearly $2 million each year for the next 2 years to move the squeegee kids from hustling on the streets to finding success in business or careers. So she said in this op-ed that the program will be privately funded and would work on placing kids into other pre-existing work programs in Baltimore City. And she's looking to place nearly 100 kids. Mm-hmm. So the mayor said, my goal is to get them off the corner, to engage them in productive activities, opportunities to make money, opportunities to work. And this is all a part of what we are talking about in terms of our need to make a program like this work.
And also, I guess that included some of the people selling bottled water.
Yes. Mm-hmm. She did say that, and
but it shows you that they want to be entrepreneurs.
People selling water, panhandlers as well.
What are panhandlers? Those are the beggars.
Yes.
Those are the old heads.
Right. Anyone who might be better off with a job, a business, or a career. That's everybody. That's everybody. On paper, this looks good. However, implementation, that's a whole nother story. You say $2 million, close to $2 million. This is Baltimore City, Dad. Mm-hmm. That means somebody's going to steal it. That means that there's going to be corruption, because just like those kids need money, the politicians, whoever that she's going to be this, I don't trust this.
Well,
I don't trust it.
I trust the mayor. I
trust the mayor.
I think that
I don't trust who she's going to.
She knows that. And so I think that she's going to try to. I'm not saying that this is going to work. Mm-hmm. It's going to be difficult. So it's definitely is in the details. So getting it implemented.
Yeah.
And who's going to be implemented?
Yeah, and it's just like, if she can scrape up $2 million like it ain't nothing then we could get one school that works all the way right. Can we get one school that's no problems? Give us a model school. You know what I mean? Like a classic school. We have like a classic album that you can listen to from start to finish, like Thriller.
Well, I don't, the school system is another thing we need to get into another time because I can get into that deeply.
Okay, yeah, we're gonna need to do that. We're gonna need to do that.
Yeah.
But I like the fact that she's trying to do something.
Mm-hmm.
She put something out there, and I think that while this will help some kids, people windows still gonna be dirty, so it's still opportunity for more squeegee kids.
And we have to get involved too, the citizens. I mean, she's making the first
Involved
step.
how? What you want us to do?
These are our kids,
Oh,
and we got to get involved and to show interest and
Yeah.
and then come up with some ideas to help her. She's only we have a tendency. People have a tendency to lay back and think that this politician is some kind of prima donna or some kind of god. They don't know nothing no more than you know. They just trying to throw things out. Trump is just good at throwing anything out and see what sticks.
Right.
And he throws so much out simultaneously.
Right.
The news media can't even keep up with it.
yeah, that's true. That's true. So, you mean as far as support, as far as volunteering, as far as
and giving suggestions. And after we see what they're talking about, you can give suggestions. The black men can get involved in showing them how to do
that's
things.
a good idea.
They could have been successful if they knew how to talk to people on the streets.
Right. Because the squeegee business, it's a customer. It's not about the windows.
It's customer
It's
service.
customer service.
Right.
And so if you make that person feel good, you
Yeah.
smile, you look nice, you approach them with respect, and it's not threatening.
Yeah.
They'll give you the.
Yeah.
Because when they approach me, right, I get don't mess with my window here.
Yeah.
I just give them $1.
Right.
Get away from my window, cool.
Right.
Because it's not about that. It's
Right.
about, like you always told me,
Right.
you got to get people to like you.
That's right.
Right.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
If
And so
they,
if you do
if they
that-
approach the car, your car is dirty, sir. But hey, listen, have a great day. I love to clean it for you. I can clean it good. I can do it in about 30 seconds. Something to make.
Somebody
people
said
feel
that
good.
to me, and I'm sold.
Yeah.
They don't never come like that though.
Right.
You
But
know
they
what I
don't
mean?
know. The
Right.
guy's 15.
Right.
He's 13.
Right.
He's
Right.
12. Nobody has told him.
Right.
And
And like you said, it could really be a good business if they handled it right. And so hopefully they can get them with some people that can really help and not hurt. You know what I mean?
right.
Speaking of hurting, U.S. has announced penalties against Saudi agents in response to the killing of the journalist Jamal Khashoggi. This has been a roller coaster,
Right. It's just
day to day,
Yeah.
changing. So here's what's strange about this to me. People on the right, conservatives, Republicans, not all, most, some loud ones, are kind of trying to, let's wait and see what happens, kind of brushing it off. People, Pat Robertson, I heard Pat Robertson say that, CIA people have been getting killed. People getting killed for years. You know what I mean? And we need to sell these guns. And, you know what I mean? It's just one journalist. We can't put one journalist in front of anybody. If, let's say, what's the guy that Sean Hannity took his place?
Bill O'Reilly?
Bill O'Reilly. If the Saudis had allegedly killed Bill O'Reilly, right? The right would be fired up. Don't you think?
Well, if they had killed a white man, this guy was white.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he didn't. It's not that he's a journalist.
Right.
It's strictly that this guy is not a U.S. national.
And they killed their own people.
Right.
It's just like in the inner city. Well, he's black killed black.
So this is strictly about. So tell me this: if this had been a black American, what would the result? Would the right be?
They would try to show a little bit more interest in it a little bit more concerned
if he was
if he was
black American.
A little bit, just because it's a different ethnicity,
Mm-hmm.
But listen, it would have never happened if Trump was not in the presidency. Because
absolutely, 100%.
He gave allegiance to those reporters. They're the enemies anyway. This is how he talks. So this is what's happening.
They say this. You said he was the enemy.
Yes.
Didn't think you cared.
That's true.
He's like, I don't, but you can't.
That's absolutely
You gotta clean it.
true.
He's 15. You should have sent 20 people.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah. So the way it is now. Did you see the footage of the body double that they had?
The what?
The body double.
The body double.
Yes.
No.
So Turkey said that they had footage. They had proof that this was something that was intentionally done.
Mm-hmm.
And they said that they were going to release the proof. But there is footage of one of the guys who came over, part of their team, wearing Khashoggi's clothes and a fake beard. Now, similar build, different shoes, completely different color shoes. And they, there's cameras everywhere. So they have this guy walking into a mosque, which is a popular tourist spot, coming out wearing the clothes that he wore initially when he went into the embassy, and a bag in his hand he throws in the trash, which they assumed were the former clothes of Khashoggi. And so it is.
No, I didn't. Yeah.
This is a sloppy job that they did. Sloppy job. So it is. Mike Pompeo has said that they are revoking visas for the Saudi men accused of killing Khashoggi at the consulate in Istanbul.
And there's more to come.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, it's definitely more to come. And if President Obama was in office, he would have handled this correctly.
Mm-hmm.
I think that one of the, I don't want to say good, one thing that works in the favor of people that are against the Republicans going into these midterms is this situation. Because if you pay attention, they show you who they are. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. They don't care about human life. Mm-hmm. They only care about selling guns. Because if you think about it, these weapons that they're going to sell to Saudi Arabia are going to kill a lot of people. You know what I'm saying? That's what you do with weapons. Mm-hmm. You kill people. Mm-hmm. They're not selling them hunting rifles. Mm-hmm. They're selling them weapons of war. Mm-hmm. A lot more people will be killed with these same weapons than this guy, that Jamal Khashoggi. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? If you think about it long term. Mm-hmm. But I think it's good that, but I don't know if everybody's paying attention. When you go to the polls, who to vote for?
Yeah, but this is not going to sway anybody.
It's not going to sway nobody?
No, he's not going to lose one.
Mitch McConnell talking about they want to take people's health care. That's not going to sway nobody?
Well, that's a different call.
Yeah.
And we got 2 weeks. They got 2 weeks for people to see.
Yep.
They did $1 trillion steal. They call a tax break for the rich. $1 trillion. Mm-hmm. Now they letting you know how big the deficit is, and telling people
what they did
right up front, because this is what they're playing all along. Right up front, we're gonna have to take from Social Security and Medicare and Medicaid. You know, ain't got where else can it come from?
Right.
And this is why they do like Trump, because he did for them what they couldn't do, because they were honest, trying to be honest brokers, and he showed them, be honest. And the thing about Trump is that they ride his coattails, because he said, I'll handle the flack. you know, I'll handle the flack. The people gonna be with me anyway, because he's trying to run around here like he's the Pied Piper with these people.
Right.
And and these are the very people that need the Social Security. They show you that's how con men work. The confidence man, they need the Social Security. You heard him when he said, "I like the uneducated." Those are his people. I love the uneducated, and they on Social Security. They on Medicare, and they will vote for him and then scratch their head. Well, what happened? How come we ain't got no?
So will they turn on him after, if they are successful in taking people's health care? Will those people in West Virginia, Montana, South Dakota turn on him then?
Well, let's hope that it doesn't get to that point.
Right.
Because if he gets to that point, yeah, they'll still stay with him because he's gonna tell them there was no alternative. The Democrats did it.
Yes. Forget our health care.
I'm gonna
lock her up.
You're right. I'm gonna try to keep as much as I can. Now you know that, folks. You know, I told you it's gonna be rough. And then he likes to say, "Folks." It's pretty good to say that. You know, they used to say, "Fellow Americans." Folks, you know what I mean? Because he's talking to his folks. You know, no. If he's able to pull this off, he can pull it off and keep him. But we got to stop him at the corner. We got to stop him. Yeah. And that's why I said from earlier this year, I said he's got to get out this year.
Yeah,
because if he stays in here, it's gonna be too late.
Yeah,
he's gonna be too late because he's gonna have.
Are we teeter-tottering on too late?
Oh yes. That's why this is almost November.
Yeah,
yeah, because he is he's got a magic wand that he's the
Pied Piper is a really good.
Yeah,
that's a really good analogy.
Yeah,
and we're gonna talk about, like you just alluded to, 14 days from today. Before we do that, though, today's broadcast is brought to you by Vistaprint. Create powerful promotions that are easy to design and hard to miss. With Vistaprint, it is easy to customize your business cards, marketing material, corporate gifts, calendars, stationery, and more with confidence. Or you can get real-time design help. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint to get $20 off of any order, $40 or more. You have a message to get out. You want it to be affordable, but you want it to look professional. Visit radioonfire.com/Vistaprint for $20 off today. So midterms around the corner, literally around the corner. We have multiple Senate, House, governor races up for grabs. Americans head to the poll Tuesday, November 6th, cast their ballots. Are you doing early voting?
Yes.
Me too. Me too. Yeah, and stakes are high.
Yes.
Stakes are very high.
Yeah. This election and the next election are critical. And they're critical.
So before we dive into the midterms, let me ask you this. So on Friday, Mitch McConnell and his wife were out eating, Cuban restaurant, and some constituents approached them, and not in a good mood. You know what I mean? They're angry. He doesn't talk to the constituents. Unless you got a check for him, he ain't got nothing to say to you. So they kind of approach him and his wife the best way they can, yelling stuff at him. And I think that they were leaving, and they took the leftovers, the take home bag that he had, and threw it on the ground. And
so you saying they snatched it from him?
Yes, threw his food on the sidewalk. Yeah, won't eat this style. You know what I mean? And so yelling all this kind of stuff at him. And so, do you think that is that your constitutional right, or are they taking it too far? Like, what do you think the line is, or is there a line? If you're a public official, that's just what it is. What do you feel?
No, well, that's going too far. You can't
take his leftovers.
Yeah, you can't.
You know how mad you are if you put leftovers in the refrigerator, somebody eats your leftovers? It tastes better when you put it in the refrigerator
The next
and
day,
heat it back up. Yeah.
It had time to marinate.
So what about when they go and they were yelling at the guys, when they're protesting and they corner you at work? What about that? So we were agreeing that grabbing the food's too much. But what about when they're, like the Kavanaugh hearings, when those girls cornered him at the elevator?
Yeah, well, I mean, he could have pushed the elevator and went down or up if he wanted to, but he was listening to what they were saying.
Yeah.
And that's why they got all those secret tunnels and
Right.
little underground subways, because they don't want you to see them coming
Right.
and going.
Right.
And
Yeah. So okay, I just wanted to get your thoughts on that. So Republicans are hoping to hold control of both the House and the Senate, and if Democrats take control just by one person, Trump's gonna have some trouble.
Well, he's already indicated what he's going to do.
What is he going to
do? He's going to try to question whoever that or two congressmen or senators who win their votes and try to delegitimize it. And the Republicans.
Oh, yeah, attack them.
Yeah, and the Republicans are already saying that that's nothing new, because they tried to delegitimize Trump. So he's gonna do the same. That's what he's gonna do, and try to see.
So you mean like how he does Maxine Waters? He tries to do it like that?
No. They're gonna look and try to see, how many legitimate voters voted for them, Mexicans, or they're gonna check the voting.
So they're gonna try to challenge the results.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so he's ushering in a new era, and that's going to be something that's going to be done. It's going to be done. And so.
Yeah, even though Trump is not on the ballot, he is making a big impact on these midterms, more than anybody I've seen when they weren't on the ticket.
See, here's the thing with Donald Trump and the Republicans versus the Democrats. When I was growing up, in Detroit, either you were a square,
right,
or you were hip.
Right.
There was nothing. There was
no
nothing
in between.
Right. Trump is hip, and the Democrats are square. Even with what's the Obama's Attorney General?
Eric Holder.
Eric Holder.
Yeah.
Okay, he's trying to be hip. When he says when they go down, we'll kick them. You know what I mean?
Why you say it like that?
I mean, this is and
do you like Eric Holder?
I liked him as Attorney General. He's not ready for prime time. No, he's not strong.
And that's that. When you give somebody the stamp, you say they're ready for prime time.
Yeah.
So he is not ready for prime time.
No, he's not ready for prime time. And it's he's trying. But and then and Trump and them, they laugh at this. You know what I mean? And it is laughable.
But here's the thing though. So there's only 3 things that you can do, right? You can take the Avenatti approach and try to get back in his face. That's one approach. Mm-hmm. Or you can try to maintain your professionalism, which is what the Democrats attempt to do. Mm-hmm. Or there's 3, and that's just ball up in the corner in a fetal position and just take the abuse. There's only 3 things you can do.
Well,
where does Eric Holder sit in that?
Well, he's trying to be like Avenatti.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But he's not that kind of. But here's the point. Here's the tactic for them.
Democrats.
For Democrats. Mm. Normally, you would say, "Hey, let's fight fire with fire." You know. But that won't work with the American people. You really do have to go hardcore. Your base theme of this country, and it is to go high. But that's what I'm saying.
What do you mean?
That's the only way, because
Michelle Obama.
That's the only way, because here's the thing. I mean, it's not soft, but you got to. Obama can do it. Obama can
Yes.
do it.
Yes.
Okay, because
Yes,
he's going to be
yes.
teaching you. He said,
Yes.
this is principle. You know, the reason that the Saudis killed that reporter is because we're losing the moral authority that we had in the world. So that's the only way we can beat him. We got to beat him with logic, not. We don't have to get down in the weeds. He's a con man.
So then you have to expose him.
Yeah, and bring America up, make them feel better. We are better than that. You see, and we've had 2 years of this. Do we want? Think about it. They never even used the word above reproach. But somebody who's going to the Supreme Court to be a justice should be above reproach.
Absolutely.
There should not be a hint that he attempted to rape somebody. What kind? Why would? This is not who we are. So that's how we have to raise the level of people to understand who we are.
The Democrats mishandled that situation.
Yeah, they're not doing a good job at it, and they don't have a spokesman. And
nobody, Elizabeth Warren is not the national representative.
She's not qualified.
She's not ready for it.
No, she's a nice lady, but she's not ready to prime time. And it's got to be somebody who is articulate.
So Hillary, is it Hillary?
No.
It
is not Biden.
Is it Bernie Sanders?
No.
So we don't have anybody.
No, those are the only people.
What it's 2 years. They didn't pick nobody in 2 years.
Yeah, they after the election.
Time is ticking.
I know it. After the election, they will start to surface.
All right. So as we said, early voting here in Maryland starts Thursday, the 25th. 25th, 2 days from now, and goes through November the 1st. Just some quick pointers that people need to know. The early voting centers open at 10, close at 8 p.m. daily. Saturday and Sunday are likely the best days to avoid delays. And eligible Maryland residents can register to vote, and registered voters can make address changes during early voting. Now, residents should bring a document providing residency, such as your driver's license, your Maryland state issued ID, paycheck, bank statement, utility bill, or other government document with the individual's name and current address. Now, if a voter is registered but has moved into a different county, the voter must go to an early voting center in their home county. Same-day registrations or address changes can only be processed during early voting, but are not available on election day. So,
well, you know what? Just listening to you say that, it makes a father so proud. It really does.
Why? Because I'm early voting?
No, because I can remember when.
Go ahead, say it. Go ahead.
growing up.
What? Growing up what?
The news or politics was the farthest thing from your mind.
Yeah.
I mean,
Right.
And to hear you telling our people what time to vote,
Yeah.
be sure to be there. Bring your ID. I mean, that just brings joy to a father's heart. I mean, that's just amazing. That's why one thing about life, nobody knows what is going to happen tomorrow.
Yeah,
so the election. I tell the Democrats, don't be down 2 weeks before time. Don't think that that Trump is winning and this is going to happen. I assure you that the American people will rise to the occasion. Believe me, they will rise.
Yes, I believe that. So I don't think that you can pay attention to polls either. I think that you just kind of you just have to do it. You got to go vote and cast your vote and do that. So we will be back to talk about that more as.
So next Tuesday just be a week away. A week
Yeah,
away.
yeah. And last thing, we end on a high note, I suppose. Mega Million jackpot could top $2 billion if there's no winner. What?
That's inconceivable.
What?
Wow.
What? All right, so the largest jackpot in U.S. history could be decided tonight. The prize is an estimated $1.6 billion, which a single winner could choose to take a lump sum of more than $900 million. Maryland lottery officials said the jackpot won't rise before tonight's drawing. But if there isn't a winner, the jackpot will rise to an estimated $2 billion.
Hey, you know what? I'm smiling because I'm looking at the camera.
Why are you smiling?
Because I'm thinking you're gonna say next week. If you're wondering why my phone
It's not here.
he won. If you're wondering why it's an empty seat there. yeah. That I mean, listen. I never even heard of the possibility of winning $1 billion, let alone $2 billion.
Yes. So now let's get to this. The odds. Okay. I walked past so many lottery selling stores today, and I saw lines of people. And I started to tape this one guy, but my phone was dead or dying. And I said, "What are you doing?" He said, "I gotta play lottery ticket. I gotta play, You know how much it is?" I said, "Yeah, I know how much it is." And so he's waiting in the line. And I said, "Do you know the odds of this?" He said, "No, what are the odds?" I said, "They are 1 in 302 million.
And he would say, "And the money is $1 billion."
And that's exactly what he said. I said, "Good luck to you, sir."
Hey, listen,
Yeah, people are excited about this.
I got my ticket, and listen.
You got a ticket?
Yes. Mayweather called me. He said, "Did you get yours?" I said, "Yes." He said, "I got 2,000."
You got 2,000 tickets.
Somebody's gonna win.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
hey, listen. And everybody thinks they're lucky. They say, "I'm gonna win." Everybody thinks they're gonna win it. But so you never know.
What?
Now, I said nobody knows what's gonna happen tomorrow.
So we will have the drawing on live or radiofire.com. Tell me this: if you win, what you gonna buy first? First thing you buy?
Oh man, there's a school that my grandson goes to that I will build them a school from the ground up. I told you before, I would buy, for those that don't know Baltimore, I would buy half of Park Heights Avenue and start building and create jobs and have them building it themselves. I so many creative things.
That's very creative. That's nice.
But a lot of things I'll be doing, and I won't be. They won't know who's doing it. But I go back home to Detroit and do something similar. Get people the building and creating our city back. Because I would. Well, all I need is a Cadillac, so I already got one of those. I got a nice place. I don't need a lot.
Right.
And then take care of my family, grandkids. So that'd be straight. But I want to. So much.
I'm straight.
What I've always wanted to be all of my life is a philanthropist, and I would be a philanthropist.
That's good. You can't go wrong with that. Because it feels good.
Oh man,
feels good.
Greatest feeling in the world, and especially if you do it, and they don't know it. You can see the joy that brings people. I mean, that just tears me up.
Agreed.
I like to cry a lot too, so
all right.
I'd be giving money away.
Well, if you don't win, don't cry.
Okay, I won't.
Save those tears for something better, like the next lottery.
Nah, it's got to be a lot of money for me to play.
All right, well, definitely thank you as always. Who you got on the World Series?
Do you know that I just told your mother yesterday? I didn't even know that. I don't hear about baseball. Do they still have baseball?
Yeah.
And
World Series starts tonight.
So the Dodgers and who? Who's playing?
The Red Sox.
Dodgers and the Red Sox.
Yeah.
Well, Magic. Who owns Magic Johnson? Has the ownership in.
There you go.
There you go.
There
And
you
Boston. I told you I went to
go.
Boston.
Yes, you
Man,
did.
they didn't treat me well at all in Boston.
It was also like 85, right?
Yes, it was even worse. Yeah, and then
It's
for
better
the-
now.
Nah. and then for those who don't know about Boston, go on the internet and look up and see what Boston, what in the 1970s, what integration of schools, busing, how they treated black people.
Oh, that
in
was
Boston,
bad. Yeah,
in Boston.
I did see that.
Horrible place.
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah. All right.
I wouldn't even play for Boston if I was a
Baseball player?
or a basketball player. I wouldn't.
No?
Sorry.
Not even the Celtics.
Nope.
You used to like the Celtics, I
Never
thought.
did like
No,
them.
you like the Lakers.
Yeah,
Never mind. Yeah,
right.
you like the Lakers.
I wanted to hit Larry Bird in the nose. he can shoot though.
Yeah, you good shoot. You good shoot. All right, we'll see y'all guys next week.
Yes.
Thank you as always. We'll be back next week with more
2
news.
weeks away. Get your voting.
Yeah,
Gotta vote.
yeah.
And
And
you
we're gonna have done our early voting by then, so we can talk about our experience too. All right.
Yep.
By next week. Yeah.
Yep.
All right. Thank you.
Okay.